Good morning, guys. Thanks for coming to the head office. My name is Alex. I am from Potwater. Dave Benson has asked us to come along and do a bit of training today for continuous improvement. Let's start by just going around the room and introducing ourselves.
I'm Ben.
I'm Miko.
Serena.
And I'm Alba.
All right. So, to support the diverse learning needs of the group, I'll have handouts for you to read while you're listening to me, and we'll take it step by step. Please feel free to ask any questions along the way. Let's just start with a bit of an icebreaker. Is there any product or service in GearUp that you think could use improvement?
One of our main selling points here at GearUp is that we have sustainably sourced notebooks. So the materials that we use are from sustainable products. But I think where an area that we could increase our sustainability as an organisation is around our manufacturing. So I think we should extend our thoughts of sustainability towards the buildings in which we manufacturing.
Sort of like the energy to run the
Yeah, that's right. Like I was thinking we should be using solar panels on the roof or something like that. So it's not just our products that are a sustainable product, but we become a real sustainable business. Thanks.
or anything else?
I work in customer relations, and I feel that sometimes our team can be quite inconsistent in how they respond to customer complaints. So I feel like, maybe there could be improvements in how we approach that as a team.
All right, we'll just put that in the parking lot. We can go to address that a bit later. So today, the session will be 30 minutes, and the agenda will be we'll be explaining the topic, we'll have a PowerPoint presentation with a few of the topics and the continuous improvement, benefits of continuous improvement, barriers, and the processes. Then we'll go through a bit of a case study, have a bit of class discussion, summary, and then we'll just finish with a bit of a test your knowledge quiz and have a conclusion. So the outcome of this session will be, by the end of the 30-minute session, you will know what continuous improvement is, its benefits, barriers to continuous improvement. Learners will be introduced to continuous improvement processes. We'll just touch on safety before we start. So you know this head office pretty well, so you know that we are here. If you hear the siren, we evacuate to here, and the toilets are here. So the nearest first aid kit is just behind you on the door, next to the fire extinguisher, and the landline is in the office. The exit is to the right, and then we've got the staircase entrance that we came in through the front door. Please remember to be respectful to one another. Any bullying or aggressive behaviour will not be accepted. You'll be asked. All right, let's start. Can everyone see the screen all right?
Yeah.
My notes here. What is continuous improvement? Continuous improvement is an ongoing process to identify, analyse, and improve products, processes, and services within an organisation. If you can think about the evolution of mobile phones, the first mobile phone was extremely big and heavy. It had limited functionality. It was used to just to make phone calls. Compare that to the phone you and your family and friends have today. Today we can access the internet, send text messages, take photos, make video calls, and of course make phone calls. The process of these companies making changes to their mobile phone products over time is called continuous improvement. Can anyone think of any other examples
Of like a product
of a product
improvement
or
a
Even just like moving from like letters to email, like the
technology?
Yeah,
Technology is a massive one there. Is there anything else?
Chairs, even just becoming more and more ergonomic and, being adjustable and those kind of functions.
And maybe like just the way that we work with one another, like we are getting much better at using technology to work as a team and have more structure around our roles and responsibilities that I guess help us really clarify what it is our role is. So then we're going to do a better job and improve in the outcomes for our organisation.
Let's have a look. What do you think some of the benefits of continuous improvement would be?
Well, I think when your organisation is improving and has better outcomes, that like it can really help morale and culture of an organisation. So, like our experience here at the organisation.
Well, let's look at some of the benefits of continuous improvement. Some of the benefits of continuous improvement can include an increase in motivation, engagement, and satisfaction among employees, an increase in efficiency and productivity in the workplace, a decrease in waste of resources and time, more competitive products than their competitors, meet customer and or external stakeholders' needs and wants, strengthening the organisation's reputation and more cost effective. Does anyone think of what some barriers continuous improvement could be?
I think maybe sometimes it can feel uncomfortable to change something that's already working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, well, let's have a look at some of the barriers. Barriers to continuous improvement may include employee and employer attitudes, finances to fund purchase of new equipment, and staff to implement the change, a lack of leadership and understanding of continuous improvement in an organisation. All right, so we'll move on to the next part, which is the process of it. So this little diagram shows the steps, the 4 steps with the process of continuous improvement: identify, plan, implement, and review. Identify. In the identify stage, employees and employers in an organisation identify improvements that can be made to the organisation's product, workplace operations, and or services that they provide. Plan. The plan stage is crucial to analyse what needs to be improved and how the improvement will impact the organisation, including employees and external stakeholders. Implement. After carefully planning the improvements to be made, it is time for an organisation to implement the improvements. The last step is review. The review stage involves reviewing how the implementation of the improvement has progressed. It can also review the planning and identify stages to judge the success of the improvement.
Can I just clarify something as well? With that process, are you saying that we would identify something and then go through those steps of review and then it's finished? Or is this something that you would, do ongoing?
That's a great question. That would probably all relate to the monitoring of it. So we'll touch on that a bit later.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to hand out a bit of a case study. And let's have a bit of a read through it. And Alba, you told me what's already. I think you need this.
Would you like me to read it?
I'll read it out. All right, we all had a bit of a quick case. We'll read it together now. All right, so case study is called Jamie's Communication System. Jamie works as a receptionist at a local real estate agency. While she enjoys her job, she does get frustrated with the lack of organisation when agents and property managers want her to complete tasks. She receives instructions from them telling face-to-face and sticky notes by text messages and some emails. She finds it really challenging to keep up the tasks and has often missed some as she has lost the sticky notes or did not read the text messages until it was too late. Jamie would like to introduce a system of communication so that messages are sent to her the same way to reduce the likelihood of the important messages. Does this sort of sound familiar to anyone?
That's very similar to the issue she was bringing up before.
It's quite often, sometimes with text messages, you don't get it till too late. She knows that she will get resistance to change from the agents and property managers as they like to work in the manner that suits themselves and are often very busy. Jamie decides to speak with her supervisor, Sarah, about trying to introduce a system of communication. Together, they start to put together a plan to introduce a system. They start by listing the benefits and objectives of a communication system that they can share with the agents and property managers. They decide to present the information at the next team meeting. So, after going through this case study, Ben, can you tell me what type of CI in this case is focusing on? Continuous improvement is this case focusing on?
I mean, is it a service or a product or a process?
Is just getting communication better?
Yeah, the process of communication.
Add on that?
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. What was your question?
Do you have anything to add on to that?
Yeah, I think it. Well, yeah, it's not a product that they're looking to improve, but Jamie's really trying to work out a better way and a better system of communication with the team.
Yeah. And if we sort of look back at some of the benefits, what were some of the benefits of what she wanted to do for this continuous improvement? In this case, this scenario.
The fact that there's frustration around this, then one of the barriers would be the engagement and satisfaction.
Now that's more of a barrier. What would be the benefit but
I guess
what you
when,
want to see.
when they see it happening, they'll feel better themselves
Mhm.
in like they'll,
Can improve team culture.
yeah, and they won't be so stressed.
Yes.
Yeah, because they'll be more efficient.
Yeah,
So
that's,
when you feel
And
like you're,
especially like there won't be so many misunderstandings and if she's missed texts, like they won't be growling at her and she won't be getting upset and so it'll just improve the whole atmosphere and things.
it'll also really help with customer satisfaction as well, because ultimately they'll be probably their inquiries and calls will be managed more effectively, so they'll receive an outcome faster or the more appropriate outcome because it's had a system behind it.
yeah. And you can sort of see that create waste of resources and time because it's going to speed up. So there's lots of benefits. And then, is there any barriers that you sort of see in this story that could stop Jamie doing?
Yeah, they don't quite changing
Workplace
because
culture.
they're
Yeah,
already busy.
yeah. It's sort of should asking people to change something, and it could be the barrier people don't want to,
And
especially.
to do, because it takes more energy to do something to work out how to do it differently
Mhm.
than doing it the same way.
Yeah.
So they want to change.
Alrighty, so let's bring it back to gear up. Have you guys made any improvements after listening to that or gear up?
Has it sparked any idea of what we've done ourselves already?
Because we can sort of look back at the parking lot here, and we've got the sustainability, improve the customer service, and for complaints. Is there anything else that we could any examples? What could be the benefits for some of these ideas?
Yeah, so I guess thinking about that example of putting solar panels on our factory roofs, I guess one of the benefits might be that, yes, starting with the barrier is that it is expensive to do it, so it does take resources. And then, of course, that needs leadership support to agree to that. So, they need to be agreed upon first. So you'd have to really try and think about that barrier first. But ultimately, yeah, some of the benefits is that, we can be offering a higher quality end product and being able, when we're talking about sustainability, we, can really build our reputation as an organisation by being able to market and promote the things that we're doing and that we're continually improving in the practices that we do.
So identifying the solar panels would be step one, identifying. What would be the next step?
Yeah, so making that plan.
Yep.
And I guess thinking about, like we'd need to look at like how much is it going to cost, what provider would we use, how long would it take. So that's sort of all in the planning.
Planning the identified barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Would sort of work.
Planning around that, bringing people on board, so it's not just my idea, but it needs to be really a team project that has the leadership support.
And then what about customer complaints? What can we do with that? What's some of the benefits of having better customer? How would you describe the process of dealing with customer complaints?
Do you think there's an organised system at the moment? Like customer complaints can kind of come in all different ways, and it's kind of difficult to know who's taking charge on what complaints. Yeah, that seems to be the barrier, I think, at the moment.
What are some of the benefits if we could improve customer complaint service?
I think just being consistent across our team, it means our customers would have greater confidence in how we handle things and are more likely to come back if we can handle them in a timely manner.
Yeah, I think we could. I think looking at having a better customer complaint service, you would see if there was any issues that were happening all the time, and then you can put some continuous improvement into that to ensure that that doesn't happen. All right, so what we'll do, just go to a summary of today. So the benefits of continuous improvement: boosts employees' motivation and satisfaction, improves efficiency and productivity, reduces waste and resources, enhances competitiveness, better meets customer and stakeholder needs, strengthens organisation reputation, and lowers overall costs. So, like we said before, a lot of that is in those examples that we can do there. And the barriers to continuous improvement may include employee and employer attitudes, finances to purchase a new equipment, and staff to implement the change, a lack of leadership and understanding of continuous improvement in an organisation, and the processes. How many steps are in the process? Remember?
Well,
And what are they?
Identify, plan, implement, and then review.
So, we are just going to do a test. So I'll hand it out. Then two, four. So take your time. If there's any questions, please let me know. So what we're doing with this test is we just want to link up the descriptions with the process, part of the process, and then also link up the barriers, what could be barriers and what could be benefits on the next page. Yeah.
So it's like their definition.
The definitions.
Yeah. Okay.
can you just say that for me again, please, Alex?
Yes. So the first part of the test is we've just got each stage of the process
Yeah.
of continuous improvement, and then just in this side here we
Yeah.
have got the description. So we just want to link up.
Matching that,
Yeah.
like matching the left one and the right one.
Right, and then the second
Yeah.
page
Yeah,
is we've got a list of
things, so I've
things
got
that
to
could be
work out
benefits.
if it's a benefit or a barrier.
Yeah,
Put it into the,
yeah, and just link them up to.
yeah, alright. Thank you. Alex, I've got another question. So when I work out what that is, do I write that word in that box there? Is that how I do it?
So just draw a line.
Line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
link.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope I'm right.
I hope I get it finished.
I'm sure Alex will allow additional time.
Yes.
Just as well you've got that larger text, Alva.
really helped my learning having it.
How's everyone doing?
I'm glad I'm rereading it because I'm changing my own.
So I think what we'll do is when everyone's done, is we'll just swap. Everyone can just swap with each other and then we'll just go through the test together.
Yeah, no.
Alvaro, I'll just found your picture, sorry. Oh, it's a bit bigger easier for me to read.
You got finished.
Ah. Alrighty. So, if everyone got someone else's, let's just go through it together. And we'll mark them together. So we'll do the processes first. So the first box involves reviewing how the implementation of the improvement has progressed. You can also review the planning and identifying stages to judge success of the improvement. Where did we link that one up to? Did everyone review?
We had review.
Alright, next one. Employees and employers in an organisation identify improvements that can be made to the organisation's product, workplaces, operations and services they provide. Where did we link that one up to? Identify, yeah. It's crucial to analyse what needs to improve and how the improvement will impact the organisation, including the employees and external stakeholders. Did everyone link that to the plan? We're linking that to the plan.
Yeah.
And then finally, it's time for an organisation to implement the improvements. The answer to that in the description, isn't it? Implement it. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was a trick one, but I thought the plan one was a trick because I couldn't find the word plan and.
Alright, so let's just bring everything together. The next page. And then we'll do the same thing. So more cost effective.
The benefit.
Benefit. An increase in motivation, engagement and satisfaction among employees.
Benefit.
Where did I go? Which one did I just do? Increasing motivation?
Yep.
Yeah, so lack of leadership and understanding of continuous improvement in an organisation. We all get barrier? Thank you,
What about
isn't it?
leadership?
A decrease in waste of resources and time. Yeah, and that was pretty much what the case study was really focusing on, is that trying to improve that part. Strengthening the organisation's reputation. and finances to fund purchase of new equipment, start to implement the change.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
done really well.
All right.
All
So if you just want to hand them back to me, it looks like everyone got ticks everywhere. Awesome. All right. So
Thanks, Sally.
we are now ready to finish the session. So let's go over the outcome again, which I think we've definitely achieved today. By the end of this 30-minute session, learners will know what continuous improvement is. Do we feel that we do? Yeah. Other tests that you guys do is its benefits and barriers, which we definitely have just ticked off, and also you've been introduced to the continuous improvement processes. All right, so what I've got here is just some feedback forms. I'll get you guys to fill out. Now we're just going to stop now for half an hour to have some lunch. So please do this over your lunch break. That's one for you.
Yeah.
And then we will come back in half an hour, have your lunch, and we will move on to the next session. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for helping us.